There I am. Anybody else here right now? Not quite 1 o'clock, but I was got Terry out of the house, so I decided to show up. I see Glenda and Piggy. You can come too. I'm going to keep working a minute while I wait to see who's here. Hello, Alice. Hello. And Dee's crafting corner. Dee, do you want to come up here in a little bit? If I can set the thing where you can, if I can post a link. I'm still new to this, and you know how hard it is for me to learn stuff. Sitting on top of my sewing supplies. Roosters are loud. Oh, is it Piggy's birthday? Happy birthday, Piggy. I was going to go to town this morning, but I never did make it. I got to working on them pieces back there, and it took up all my time, and I didn't get to town. I can't this time. Waiting to take maybe another day real soon, Dee, because I'd love to have you up there. All right, Nancy, I'm going to post the link and get you up here if I can figure out and do this right. Y'all don't hold it against me if I make mistakes. Think it's going. Yeah, happy birthday to Piggy. Maybe somebody will come up here and sing happy birthday to Piggy. Nancy, I posted the link. There you are.
Here I
There you are. Hello.
Where's the mask and everything else?
Hello from Arkansas. Hello from Arkansas. So I don't even know exactly where you're at, but
Columbus, Ohio.
okay, I'm gonna Columbus, Ohio. Okay.
I used to live in Missouri, so I wasn't that far from you, but
Okay.
not anymore.
What part of Missouri did you live in?
Springfield.
Springfield. Okay. Oh, that's just up across the state line a little ways.
Yeah. We were there for about 3 years.
Okay.
No, 4 years. And then we moved back to Ohio where my daughter-in-law is from. So we moved back.
Okay. Okay.
So I was born and raised in Virginia. I moved to South Carolina, went back to Virginia, and moved to Missouri. Then we're in Ohio. So
You just been lots of places. You know, I live just within a few miles of where I was born and raised. Never lived any place but right here. And of course, family's all here too. So
oh yes. We like to travel, but yeah, I don't know about moving anymore.
I would hate to move all my junk. I'm telling you, I got plenty of it, and I don't want to get rid of it. So I guess you can pack it up and move it.
Yeah. Well, let me rephrase that. Move to another state. We would like to, but we don't know. You know, my son and daughter-in-law, they've talked about it, and we've talked. No, we've all talked about it, and this, the governor here is finally doing things right. You know, we have constitutional carry now, and then So he's on the right way and everything, which is good because this country is just like
Uh,
say nothing. But
I
anyway,
know.
but
It gets worse every day.
yeah, but we would like to find some land, a house with land and everything, so we can start raising our own, chickens and stuff and everything. So
Yeah.
we keep like in that mix of, do we want to stay here and find something, or do we go somewhere else? So
Yeah.
that's all
But
right.
you don't have family down in Missouri now, do you? I mean,
No,
in because that would be a good location, though. Yeah.
but we say I don't have any blood relatives that live there. Let's put it that way. I have friends that are family now, just like y'all are. We meet
Hmm.
each other, we start talking, and we all become family through YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
I was like, wow, if I had to go to this state, I know this person. They said come visit, and so we have places to go and stay if we wanted to go visit somewhere. So I like that.
Oh yeah. Hello to Debbie. I don't know how many we've got on here right now. We've got it, and it's just now 101. Debbie and Piggy and Mike and Alice and Dee. We've got a few, don't we?
We have 9 people. Oh,
Do you know how to put your link to your channel up there for them to check out your channel? Do you know how to do that?
yes. Oh my goodness. Here we go. I used to go, I'm not computer illiterate. I know how to, yeah. Don't know. Maybe back in the 80s,
I'm
early
trying to
90s.
trying to
Get it.
help you guys out, but I don't know how. Or help us all out, but I don't know how, other than what we do. So,
Exactly. So
yeah, they
it's
are.
like, yeah, yeah. And it changes so much. Computers change so much every day. I'm just like, forget it. I ain't keeping up with it. As long as I can sit
Yeah,
there, check my email, do post to my channel, and do like stream. And even Devil Dog, Eddie, he had to walk me how to do StreamYard and everything. And I'm just like, if it hadn't been for him, I was look at it. I'm like, no, forget it.
I didn't have anybody to help me. I just saw that everybody was doing it. Wonder if I click on this or click on that. Anyway, here it is. What little I have up here of it. But and hello to Carla. I see Carla. She said she was coming.
Yeah, because, and then like doing night bot and everything, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I don't think it's because of age. It's not
Yeah,
because I'm 53, but
yeah,
it's
I
like,
went to that yesterday and tried to figure that out. And I didn't get the night box, but I tried. I even went to YouTube tutorials to watch what to do, and it still didn't click with me. It
yeah,
didn't.
his name is Devil Dog is his channel. His name is Eddie. He can help you walk through all that
But
because
you know,
he
some
helps
people
you.
can tell me stuff, and it just goes right over my head. I mean, it does in one ear and out the other. So
And it's like I'm not stupid, but you know that they just make the wording so differently now.
hmm and my son-in-law is an IT tech, but I hate to ask him every little thing. So I don't. I just try to figure it out myself.
Yeah, and my son, he went to college for gaming and robotics, and what he learned back in 2012 is completely totally different now, and he tries to keep up, and he still knows what he knows, and I gotta ask him. He looks at me so funny. I'm like, look, I'm in so much pain sometimes. You can show me once, and it'll go in one ear and out the other because it's just gonna go fly over because my focus is not on anything else. My focus is on that pain, trying to get rid of it.
Mm,
So like today is not so bad. I'm sick. As long as I don't get up and try to do anything, it's good. But when I get up there,
yeah.
forget it. And I looked at the doctor. We went to the doctor yesterday and looked at him. Hi, somebody's supposed to live like that. So because the shot in my back did not work like they
Yeah, I
thought.
heard you talking about that the other day. You were paralyzed pretty
Yeah.
much.
So now he thinks now that it didn't work, it's not a back issue, it's a hip issue.
Huh.
So
Uh,
now they're gonna throw it off onto something else because it's not my back because that shot didn't work. So
uh,
now they refer me to a hip an orthopedic. I'm just like, well, at least we're going in the right direction instead of saying, I don't know, or it's arthritis, or it's nothing, it's all in your head. At least we're going to try to
mm-hmm.
figure out what's going on. But I've told my son and daughter-in-law, I said, my back and my hip are two separate things. Where my back hurts is where I show them where it starts, which is in the middle of my back and goes to the lower part of my back. And but my hip was from when I started doing exercises like the doctor said for me to do, was modern exercise like doing bends because I was doing bends and I could feel my hip, that ball joint doing this and catching, and it caught,
Wow.
and
Wow.
that was it.
Well,
But
will they be wanting to do hip replacement or something? Do you think?
I don't know. I have to go have an X-ray done before I
Wow.
make an appointment with the orthopedic. So
Okay.
I'm just like, they can wait because I wait this long. School is getting ready to start. Anastasia's getting because I homeschool her. We do K
Okay.
12, so that's getting ready to start. And I'm just like, uh, we can I'll set it when it's good in time for me to set it.
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So, but like he asked me, he goes, I mean, this was a really nice doctor, the nicest neurosurgeon I've ever seen in years. And
Yeah.
he just looked at me and says, anything else I can do? I said, fix me. He goes, we're working on it. But, that was, nice. He even told me when I was leaving, he goes, if there's anything you need, if you have any questions, if things get worse or something else, he goes, you call me and come back here. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm, besides my family physician, a specialist to say that was really nice.
Yeah. Hello to Joy and Eileen. You guys want to come up later too? We'll let you.
Took my friend's half lung out. Oh my goodness. What was that?
Ah.
This is a farm life. Yeah,
Huh.
half lung because he had tumor cancer. This is new medical technology. It took place in Toronto. Wow.
Hey, I'm not seeing what you're reading right now. Did I
It was,
miss something?
I was reading what people were posting in the chat. Joseph, he said a robot took his my friend's half lung out because
Oh,
it had
there it is. Okay.
this is a new medical technology that took place in Toronto. Hello, Joseph.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I miss Joseph. Hello, Joseph. Sometimes I'm watching you talk and I'm not reading all the comments. If, anyway, I'm doing the best I can.
definitely. We do the best we can because that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, they thought they were going to have to do surgery, but you know, I don't know. Then he sit there and said my MRI looked good. There was nothing wrong with my back, and I was like, "Well, that's not what your notes say." So it's okay. I printed it all out.
Huh.
I'm like, oh, okay. So,
Mhm.
but they say it's spinal stenosis, in my L4 and L5, and L5 has fused itself to S1.
Uh,
So that wasn't the surgery; it just did it itself. So I'm like, okay, you just get up and do what you got to do, and leave the
yeah.
rest. And I learned out when I got hurt in 2009. It's going to be there when we're gone, so I'm not worried about it too much. Yep, yep. Let's see. The pain sounds. Yes, I think that was the best neurosurgeon I've ever seen. And of course, my family physician, he's really good too. I had to give Chris a hard time because he said it was arthritis in my hip, and I just looked at him. I said, "This is not arthritis." I said, "I believe my hip is out of joint because it's not out of joint." Because,
Uh,
it is. I'm telling you, it is. I'm gonna tell you my secret. When I was a kid, nobody ever caught it until I was like in middle school and everything, in high school. And then, kids would tease me. My feet are like this. I walk like a duck. My feet are like duck feet. So they're out. I used to be able to take my feet and took my foot and just twist it all the way around. My right
oh,
foot, I
wow.
can do that. My left foot, I walk like this. My left foot is straight. My right foot's the way it's always been. It's like something's
Huh,
wrong. And
huh.
every and every doctor goes, "No, that's normal." I'm like, you know, why
Uh,
can't you listen?
I've been kind of lucky. I've not had to have surgeries, and I feel pretty good for my age. I got a few aches and pains, but doing pretty good, I think.
Exactly. Well, the only surgeries I
And
ever had was C-sections when my sons were born, but as far as any other surgeries, I haven't had any. So,
I've had broken bones before. I had a broken arm one time, and then I've told people about the time Terry ran over me with the tractor, and I had a broken leg. So
I know.
he did. I ain't lying.
Oh my goodness.
This is about 3 years ago. We were putting out hay for the cows, and I go with him and open the gate. And there was some young cows that was kind of coming to the hay, so I stopped with the gate. But he looked the other way at the wrong time and run me down and broke my leg. It
Oh
was a
my
terrible accident, but then I survived. It could have killed me, but he,
goodness.
he felt really bad about it. And then because we're kind of busy out here, so boy, that put double the workload on him. So then he really felt bad. So, oh,
Exactly.
oh,
Well, I just like, they say more accidents happen at home than anywhere else. I believe it. I was an EMT for 8 years, and like most of the time, we always
yeah,
everything was like a house call.
well,
Go to this address. No, very few, car accidents and everything, but most of the time we were people homes and
it
they
was,
got hurt.
I tell you what, farming is a dangerous occupation, though. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, because both of my little accidents was here on the farm. And the broken arm, I was pulling on something and it come loose and I fell backwards and broke my wrist. Here on the farm. I put those chicken houses that we were poultry growers for 30 years. So
Oh
with
wow.
the
Right.
growing for a big company, but I'm
My
glad I
goodness.
don't do that. I don't do that anymore. I quit that just a couple months ago. But I've got little barnyard chickens now, and I'm just so tickled with them. They're so much prettier than them old white things in the chicken houses, anyway. So,
I believe it.
uh,
But um, what kind of animals do you have on your land on the farm?
well, we're cattle farmers, so we've got cattle, and we've got the
Ooh.
chickens. Of course, I've got little milk cows and then the beef cows too. The son has some goats, but I don't. They used to be mine, so you can have them. So they're on our farm. You keep the fences up and all that. Oh. and the kids have some horses, but I don't ride horses. I did when I was a teenager, but that's been
Oh
long
yeah,
time ago.
definitely. The
Yeah,
last time I rode a
yeah,
horse, I
yeah.
was
Mike,
13.
are you late? Are you late? Let me. Are you leaving us? I'm glad you come by for our hen party. We have one that leaving
Oh,
us.
definitely, Joseph. I ain't letting them cut my back. Well, it depends on my hip too.
Hmm.
And my son and I were talking, and he goes, "Mom, that could have been your hip this whole time because, like I said, I've always walked with my feet out, and they said that's
Yeah.
not normal because you're supposed to have your feet like this. So it could have been, like I don't know. They've done X-rays and nobody's ever said anything, but that well, like I said, we're going in the right direction, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
7.25 a dozen.
Seven, 7.25 a dozen. Wow.
Free range chicken eggs are selling. Oh my goodness, Canadian. My goodness gracious.
Uh,
Yeah, I know they said it's Eggland's best has gone up, but they were always expensive anyway.
yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
then
I
that's
would if I was buying eggs, I'd just get the store brand anyway. If I was having to buy them instead of the name brand, but that's just me.
thing that's what we've always got. And I know that what they say about the being fed and everything, but when even when I was working, I still bought the store brand stuff. It was still the
Yeah,
same thing,
same thing. Yeah.
just with the different label on it. So,
Hello, Francis. Love to watch you make quilts. Also busy putting up 15-day pickles now. You're busy today. My garden's
ooh,
not giving me much to have to put up, and it's been so hot that I've just been here sewing.
I don't blame you one bit because yesterday it was 90 here, felt like 101. Today it's
Mm-hmm.
73 and 100% humidity, so it doesn't feel comfortable at all. I'm just like, okay, well, my grandmother always told us the whole wise tales. If you have a hot summer, be prepared for a bad winter.
That's what Terry said. He said that just the other day. He said it's so hot this summer, it's liable to be a bad winter. He said the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the model number of your quilting machine? What's the number model of
Oh,
your quilting machines?
my quilting machine. I just have one quilt machine. And what is it? You you asked me and now I can't even tell you.
That's in the
let
chat,
me
so I'm
let
asking
me
what was
say
in the
what
chat.
it's a king quilter is what it is. It's a king quilter. I can't tell you the model number. It's about like running a computer sometimes, but
Exactly. Joseph, it's not your imagination. Free range eggs do taste better.
I I bet that's right. Yeah, but I've always tried to be frugal and wouldn't spend extra money on some things.
Yeah, because, well, I didn't, go- I do a container garden, and this year there was just no way possible because it was just like, I hurt too bad. I couldn't bend over or anything. So I did leave some, and I needed new soil for it anyway. And then that never went on sale. And I was just like God was saying, not this year. Just don't do it this year. Just leave it alone and everything. And everybody's having a a lot of people are having a hard time.
Yeah.
So there was a couple of containers I didn't empty out. So Anastasia and I planted a cosmic tomato plant just to see what would happen.
Mm.
That thing's about 2 inches tall.
Uh,
I'm not. Well, I can't get out there to water, so I'm like, Lord, it needs water when it needs water, and I'll just leave it to you.
And we went for 30 some days without any rain here, and it's still dry. Which even what little
Yeah,
rain, it'll rain, come a little shower, and it's dry. An hour later, it's dry again.
exactly. Um, Biggie's paddles. I've seen potatoes individually wrapped, labeled microwavable. Shows us how many folks don't know the difference. It said, well, all potatoes are microwavable, but they do that so they can sell it for higher
So
price.
higher for a higher price, and all that packaging. Just think of all that trash and stuff, though. Just
Yeah,
extra trash.
exactly. And then they sit there. Oh, that's just like the get away from the plastic straws and have paper straws. And then
Mhm.
those are supposed to be biodegradable, but those paper straws take 5 years before it breaks down. I'm like, well,
Uh,
then that didn't do anything to help anything.
thanks. Nothing. No.
Nope. So,
But I have seen those potatoes wrapped in the plastic. I won't tell you what Terry says. I won't tell you that. I don't even know how you went there. Oh, because sometimes we get every once in a while a friend of ours will bring us stuff from the food bank, and we'll get some of those potatoes and we eat them. But I wouldn't buy them like that. Oh. Nancy, you're kind of froze up and looks like you're cracking up at me. So
there we go.
there you are. It looked like you were just cracking up at me with the way you were froze. Huh. You probably were. So
I was laughing. But yeah, they put a food bank right up the street from us, but I was just like, the line is so long. I'm just like, I'm not going to stand on the line to wait because it's just,
I don't go to it, but they tell me their cars are just backed up for a long way to get the free stuff. And they tell me it's getting less and less every week when they do it. But
yeah. We're, if I had an estimated guess, we'd be good at least 6 months. I mean, that's not what I would like, but we don't have that much room. You know, we do have a basement where we've got stuff and everything, but I mean, I don't have extra room to put a whole lot of stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I've been canning as much as I can. And then um, I saw on Instagram where somebody made watermelon jelly, and then they took the rind and made watermelon pickle rinds. And I was like,
uh-huh.
I want to do that so bad.
I think I've had one watermelon this year. I mine didn't grow any, so I don't have watermelons. And I've had one to eat, so I wouldn't have no watermelon rinds to make pickles or preserves out of.
My goodness. Yeah, we
And
planned.
I love watermelon.
Oh, no, that's so good. So we have some kiwis still left on the counter, and I just happened to turn and look at them like, I wonder if I can make jelly out of the kiwis. So I Googled it. Sure enough, you can.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, that's the
Yeah, my daughter made some several years ago when she was still at home. So what it was kiwi and something mixed with it, pineapple or something. It was good.
so I was like, all right, there's another project once I can get
Mm-hmm.
myself moving. And then
Yeah.
in the station, I've tried to plant some flowers out the front. And I'm just like, it's been so hot and everything. I don't even want to open the front door to,
Yeah.
you know, and all that heat.
Hey, yeah.
So I was like,
Justine, Justina, if I post a link, you want to come up and tell them about your channel? I'll post it, and if you click on it, isn't that what
oh, my God.
how that works?
Oh, that is awesome, Francis. Her sewing machine or quilting machine.
Black one and yeah.
Yeah, diet water. Yeah. He's seen that too. I like how's
Yeah.
like never mind. Whenever people are gullible, I guess they'll buy.
Yeah.
I am one bag away from being on an episode of Orders.
Uh, I tell you what, before I do a video, I have to check to see what's behind me. It's pretty bad. 'Cause
When you
I've never been a housekeeper, never have. I'm a busy person, but housekeeping wasn't what I like to do. So,
well, it's the same here, but I would we had enough when my son was little, and I had everything where I wanted, and then my dad come babysit for me so I could go to work, and he did all different, and I'm just like, this is my place. Y'all have y'all's place, huh? My way. But I was
uh,
grateful. I was always grateful. I mean, they took care of my kids and everything so I could work. But
and came to your house to do it, so you didn't even have to load them up, drop them off at their house or nothing. So,
we lived in an apartment, so that's when I was working and going to school. So when I was being an EMT, but yeah, when I had a when I had a car, it broke down. They'd come pick us up and take me to work, drop me off. And my boys would
uh,
go with them. So yeah, we did what you had to do. But
yeah,
I was talking to somebody on Instagram at DB Acres, and she has a channel. And I was telling Dawn and a whole bunch of other people, I grew up in the 70s. I remember years. One year the summer was so hot, the next summer it wouldn't be hot.
yeah,
One summer be hot, and then the same with the garden. It was hot. The garden didn't do well. When the next year we had overabundance and everything.
yeah,
People act like
yeah.
this is something new. Like this is nothing new.
But our garden didn't do good last year either, so I'm behind on putting stuff up. And I've got canned stuff down there that I canned 5 or 6 years ago, but it don't bother me. I'm still going to keep it and eat it.
Exactly, because that's what we did.
Yeah, just keeping this stuff up and using it in a year, I keep it a lot longer than that.
Oh yes, definitely. But because I was like, I remember, after I was 13, we had a garden every year. But my mom's sister and her husband, every I don't know, like 50 some years or plus, up in my 30s, they always still garden, and they were in their 60s. So every year they garden, she can, and everything else, and that's just like that was the life we had because my grandparents grew up during the Great Depression. It was when my mom and
Yeah.
dad were born and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
my dad was born on a farm. His mom and dad had a farm, and he had 16 brothers and sisters. So
16? Wow,
16,
that's a bunch.
it was 10 girls and 6 boys. And but when they were growing up on a farm, they didn't even know anything about the Great Depression going on. They had all their stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But on my mom's side, they did. So they knew all about, my grandma would tell me all the time, do this and do that to save this and save that. And, you
Yeah,
know, can and freeze what you
yeah,
can. You just, you never know. That wasn't, well, what it was because you never know, but you never
yeah.
know the weather or the
I
job
know.
loss or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. I used to put up gobs and gobs of like green beans and tomatoes because that's all we had a bunch of it. And then there'd be years that it wouldn't make, so you'd be glad you put up so many of those years. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Exactly. And if you didn't go pick in the garden, my sister and I would sit there and shell butter beans, and we call them butter beans, lima beans,
And,
and we snap the snaps and shuck the
huh?
corn, and we
Huh?
did other things if you didn't go out and pick it. So
Let me tell Glenda about that sheet. That
Yeah, I
that
saw that.
sheet. It's an old vinyl plastic tablecloth. But I'll tell you what, when you're doing quilting, let me show you what it does. You can pieces the pieces will stick to it. Let me see if I can show you. See that?
Look at that.
And that's
That
what
is so cool.
what it is. It's just an old Christmas tablecloth. I don't know if you can see it or not. But when you're design wrong, they just stick up there.
Oh, that's
So
so cool.
so anyway, in the whole, it'll more than the whole quilt will stick up there, if the fan blows it or something, it might wiggle it and fall down. But anyway, they stick pretty good. Isn't that neat?
That is a
And
great idea.
I only learned that a couple years ago. I didn't know that. And I was down at my little quilt house and they had that. And I thought, I'm going to do that. And my daughter, I had the old tablecloth left from Christmas and it's been on my wall someplace ever since. But anyway, they just stick up there. And then you can kind of just move them and put them where you want them.
That is a great idea.
I like it. I'm amazed by it too. So
If it works, use it.
yeah,
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 as you used to say, if it
because
works,
you
if
want
it's
to move
not
them
broken, fix
around.
it.
Yeah. So Glenda, there's my sheet hanging on the wall. It's a Christmas tablecloth.
Ooh,
Uh,
that's it.
old
Just
ball can.
yeah.
How old was it? Was it pretty old? The old Cannon book. That ain't the one I was gonna do.
Well, did you make the fudge?
I gotta get the. Oh, I was kind of curious about the old Cannon books, but I was kind of curious about the fudge. I don't make any fudge. I tell you what, I was cooking and making them videos, and I would eat too much of what I cooked. So I finally said, I'm going to sew and not go over there and cook, because then I ate and ate and kept putting on more weight, more weights.
Hmm.
And
They're one
Cannon
of the.
book.
I think they're asking is the tablecloth plastic that's behind you.
Okay, still asking about that. Okay. I said it's just an old tablecloth, but it's flannel on one side and plastic on the other side. And I said the poinsettias are facing the other way. Phone keeps ringing and it's name unavailable and all that stuff. Them scam calls, I'm sure.
Hmm. Yeah, and they think we're dumb enough.
I know. they keep trying calling and I guess trying to get our not our social security, but our Medicare, Medicaid. What Medicare is it? Because we're that age, we're up Medicare, and I guess we're trying to get our Medicare numbers or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, if
Not for
it's important enough,
and they
it's
have this
working.
accent, they're not even United States people, but
Well, it is. That's why they think we're stupid.
I know. Oh,
My theory is if it's important enough, they'll leave a message.
yeah, yeah. Now, if it was my mama, I might answer because she's 87. If she called during this, I'd probably pick up the phone and at least
Yeah,
make
that's
sure
right.
she
Definitely.
didn't need anything. But
Exactly. 1978.
okay, that's a pretty old one. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I love old cookbooks. Oh,
Huh?
goodness. I used to have so many of the old cookbooks and then tree moving and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the 40s is some old canon books
oh,
too.
yeah. My mom had Reader Digest old cookbooks and everything, but I didn't get none of them. But I was like, man, just to have some of those old ones, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph, we get callers calling from the same place
Mhm. Yeah.
all the time. And then they sit
Yeah.
there. It's like the telephone company said, we don't sell your phone number. I'm like, how did this person get my number? Of course, they sell the phone numbers. How do you think they make money too?
Yeah. Gonna get you some buttermilk. I'm reading Piggies. We're gonna have to go soon. Got to run an errand. She thought she bought some buttermilk. Got 1%.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
a long way from buttermilk.
You know, you can make your own
You
buttermilk.
made cornbread the other day. I saw that. I want
Oh,
me some
yeah.
cornbread and buttermilk. Yeah, that looked good.
It
That
is
looked good.
good.
And I never put honey in my buttermilk, in my cornbread. I can't talk. So.
Well, normally I don't, but usually it just comes out so dry, and it's just the recipe from the back of the container. But I was like, wait a minute, I want this to be sweet and kind of moist this time. I'm gonna try to add some honey to it to see, because I sat there and said, um, King Arthur's flour, and it wasn't actually King Arthur's flour. It was Bob Red Mill
Milk.
flour. So I was just like, well, and it was gluten free. So I was like, I haven't really used it, so I wanted to see. I was like, let me put some honey in here just to make sure it's not so dry that your mouth is like, done, trying to eat it.
Yeah. Thank you for coming by, Justina. You'll have to visit with me one day when you're not having to go to work. Okay. And
Oh,
Piggy, if you gotta go get that buttermilk. I thank you guys for stopping in
nice
to our
meeting
hen
y'all.
party.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this again if I can get somebody to come
definitely.
up here and talk with me. So it's even hard. It's hard for me to do videos when I have to talk to myself sometimes.
I know. 'Cause I have one video. I go, yes, I say the word so a lot because I'll be looking like, so what are we going to say now?
I
That's
think I
my
do
word.
that, and I can't edit the things. If it gets in there, it just gets in there. The stupid stuff I do, but
Yeah,
then
it's like,
if I'm going to make a video, I want and I have to do it by myself. I don't want nobody in the house because if Terry's sitting in the other room, I don't like that either. At least I want him to go outside and leave, not be down there laughing at me. And he don't laugh at me, but he knows all my quirks anyway.
exactly. And then
But,
I, as many times I try to do one and be serious, Anastasia, I was like, forget it. She's going to make you laugh no matter what. She is
yeah,
absurd. And I was
I've
just
not
like,
I've not seen her. I don't think. I guess she's being quiet. But,
no, she wasn't here. She's at her desk, which is behind where
okay.
you can't really see me.
Okay.
It's over there in the
I can't
corner.
see her. Yeah.
And then she went back in there with her mom and dad. So
Okay.
she's going to go in there with them. But yeah, she asked me, she goes, do I have to be quiet while you're in the live? I'm like, no.
Oh,
But she's a talker too.
Justina, can you post the link to your channel before you go? Can they do that?
Why? That's a good canning book.
If you know how to post it, because I don't know if I do ad maybe.
Excuse me.
Excuse you? There she is.
Hi.
Rita, there she is.
Hello, Anastasia. How you today?
Hi. I got
You
purple hair now.
purple hair. Wow. Do you like my color? How about this color? You like this color?
Yes, I do.
It's silver. I have silver hair.
You do have silver hair.
I do
I
too.
do
I just
have
like to hide
silver hair.
it. And she had her hair pink one time, and there should be in a
Uh,
couple of videos her hair being pink, and now she had it purple because she
well,
like
I
Luigi.
tried to
Well,
post a link to
Luigi.
you. Yeah.
That's all right, Debbie. We all understand. It's like I was trying
Yeah,
to pick a time.
yeah. Glad you stopped in to laugh with us to our hen party. Y'all didn't know you were coming to a hen party, did you? I didn't tell you either. We were making our plans, I didn't tell you, Nancy, we were having a hen party. Just I
Oh,
wanted you to
that's
come.
okay.
So
That's all right. But she found it too late.
I
So
I tried to post that link to Justina's, but I don't know how to do that right. And you need to post your link again too.
all righty.
But
So I think Debbie was talking about this book, Putting Food By.
food by. Yeah, I think I've got that one. Yeah.
I I'll have to put those links in one of my videos, but I found a couple websites where you can get books cheap. I mean, real
Oh,
cheap.
okay. Yeah.
One's like secondhand sale and thrift books and something. I was saying, I don't know what you can say and what you can't say on YouTube. So
Yeah. And I like those older ones because I like to know how to do stuff the older way sometimes too. Yeah. As long
exactly,
as as long as I've kind of seen it or heard of it enough that I feel comfortable with it.
exactly. Second sale and where's the other one? So I'll put the links down on the video on in one of my videos for
Okay.
books because like this one, I got this one like less than $5.
Okay. Then was shipping? Did you have to pay shipping too?
Um,
You can you can get some cheap on eBay, but sometimes you have to pay some shipping on them. But
now the one I go to get my books, if you spend $10 or more, it's free shipping.
mm,
I will. Let me find out. Let me tell you what it is. I want to say thrift books is what it's called.
huh,
Yeah, thrift books. And I'll put the link in one of the videos. But
okay.
it's called thriftbooks.com. And you spend $10 or more, you get free shipping. So I'm just like, oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you can
Do
make a wish list.
that.
If they don't have it, you can make a wish list and they'll email you when the book's in stock.
Okay. That's
So
good. Yeah. Because sometimes you hear of one, then you go looking for it and try to find it. Somebody will suggest one. I've got one. Oh, had it out the other day. Let me show you one. That's pretty good.
okay. So then I got some herb books too. So herbal books and everything. So this one,
The, this is Still Room Cookery by Grace Firth. She's got a lot of good stuff in her books too, and they're older though, but that's the kind that I like.
yeah,
And this one's Still Room Cookery, Grace Firth. And I said she tells how to do a lot of the pickles in the what do you call it, fermentation and all that stuff like that.
right,
Oh,
right. Because like I said, I made a list because, like I said, everybody recommends this book or that book, and the fermented homesteader, she does a lot of ferments and everything. So I have a list of all the books that she likes, but I don't, like I said, I don't have money to buy them brand new. But if I can go to when
yeah,
it's used, you still
yeah.
getting this book for a great deal. Because on
Yeah.
Amazon, I looked on Amazon for this one. That was like $30 or something like that. And I was just like, that's an old book, but people think, well, I'm gonna, charge this because it's old.
Yeah. She's this woman here has one book that I tried to find. She has more than one book out, and it was like $100. I couldn't afford that. I mean, that's a lot.
Exactly.
So, so I just kind of went with another one she had when I bought this one, and didn't get the $100 one. But a friend had it, and I thought I want that book. And then when I went to looking for it, I'm not going can't justify giving that much for the old books.
Exactly. But here's a trick I did a couple of years ago, right before the lockdown and all the other stuff.
Hmm.
People's channels, when they recommended books, I would write the books down. I will look at the library and see if that book was in the library. If the book
Yeah.
was in the library, I would take 5 books a week or how many weeks, whatever I thought I could read, because our library was like, you could check them out for 3 weeks. I would get 5 books. I would read through those books. If I if it was one that I thought I would like to have myself, I would write the title down
Yeah.
on a separate piece of
Oh,
paper
yeah.
and then look to see what the best deal I could get. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Because
would
because sometimes you want to look at them before you get them too, to see if you will use that book.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now I have books like this book. I have Esther R.D. Home
I,
Handbook Herbs, and I wanted like in giveaways, and I've that was Teresa at Stringfield Edge Farms there in Kentucky, and she sent me that book because I was in one of her giveaways, and that's what I won. And then
huh?
I had a couple other books that I've won, so I was like, yeah, I
Okay.
like writing
Yeah.
books.
I like my books. I mean, I like to look up stuff on the internet, but I like my books too. Because
I see exactly. I'm that way, and everybody's like, well, you can look on the internet when you lose power. How you gonna look on the
how
internet?
you gonna do that? I know. And the way things are going, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. Rather prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I mean,
Yes. But see, back in '78, we built onto my mom and dad's house, and they put in a fireplace because they wanted a fireplace, and so that was good because 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, and 84, we would lose power every winter because we had bad snowstorms.
hmm.
And I was like, many times we cooked on that wood stove just
Yeah,
because.
yeah.
She's so funny. She'd come in and she got, what you got?
Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah, her Pokemon cards. And then they're going to go in there and play video games.
Uh,
But yeah, I remember years we would go to one of my dad's sister's house because they had like 40 acres and we would, get wood and
oh
get
yeah.
ready. And if it didn't wasn't a bad winter, the one winter I remember it was 1988, 1987. I mean, no, 1989. So let me think about that. 1987, 89 Thanksgiving, we were outside in shorts and t-shirts.
Okay. Yeah.
So and that was supposed to be cold in winter and everything. Oh no. So it's like this is nothing the weather is nothing new for me. I don't know about everybody else, but you know,
Mhm.
I've
I
seen
know
that. Uh,
our weather down here, it'll be warm one day and cold the next. In the winter time, just changes back and forth. Now summers are hot and humid. Their summers are not good down here, but
I don't know. But I was like, so we were, like you said, we grew up at having books. Went to the library, got the book, and that's the way we learn. I guess I'm still old fashioned too.
oh,
Looking forward to holiday cooking with you. Us? Oh yes, definitely. Because this year, well, we've always been doing dairy free because Anastasia was born with dairy allergy. But now this year, knowing definitely that I can't have the red meat and different things, it's going to be very interesting how I cook my, how I
Yeah.
do different desserts and
Yeah.
everything.
No dairy, and then you can't have red meats. You kind of broke up just a little bit there.
Yes, we do no dairy because Anastasia has a severe dairy allergy. Um,
Uh,
when they did this scale on a scale like from 1 to 20 or however their scale is, a normal person is 0.3 and be like us, we could have dairy, it doesn't bother her. Hers is 11.3. So even if she
wow.
just has, if somebody had like on the grocery cart and they leaked a bottle of milk leaked and they didn't wipe it up and she touched it, she would break out in hives.
My goodness, that is bad.
That
Uh,
is so. She it's not as bad as it was, but she still can't have regular milk or anything. So we use almond milk, dairy free cheese, um, dairy, the vegan cream cheese and everything. As
mm,
the best thing that came out of this last few years is more companies have come out with dairy free options
okay.
because they found out that people couldn't have dairy. So, like Pillsbury is one of them. They've come out with their doughs, some of their like their pizza dough and some of their biscuits and all don't have milk in them anymore.
Mm,
So I
okay.
was like, that's interesting. But
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
learned how to do things. So I still make our own bread once in a while, and then we make our own cookies and everything. We just learn how to do it differently.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
And then I was in my videos. I was bit by a tick in 2017, and then never realized that was those two were connected. About
Okay,
eating.
so you got that tick thing that where you can't eat the meat.
Yes,
Oh, that would be awful. I mean,
I
dairy and
miss
meat both would be awful to have to do with that.
I, I miss having steak and pork chops and everything. But I if y'all there, I have videos up about my hands and walked everybody through with it, and I was like, it's not worth it. I'll stick with chicken and turkey and birds,
Okay,
fish.
so you can have that meat, just not the beef.
Right.
Okay.
Anything that has hooves. No cow, no deer, no buffalo,
Uh,
no pig. So it's okay.
but I like chicken and turkey, so
Oh yeah. I like
but I like my bacon and pork chops. I hush.
well,
We
it's okay.
talk about chicken and dumplings and chicken and dressing and chicken and rice. We talk about chicken. So
Well, it was like last time we had tacos. We had mini tacos. So they used regular hamburger meat and I used ground turkey. Still
okay.
had
Yeah.
tacos, but just two different ways.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man, we love desserts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do too. Cookies and pies. I probably make pies and cookies more than I make cakes though. But,
Yeah, and if we look at it, we really don't eat a lot of junk. Because I mean, they buy potato chips and everything. And I don't eat potato chips anymore because I learned nightshade foods like your potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant flares up inflammation. So I was like, well, I'll cut that out to see to make sure if that's what makes my fibromyalgia hurt. I
mm-hmm.
don't think it does, but it's like with Dave, a bag of chips every once in a while. You know,
No.
we have a lot of fruits and vegetables. Anastasia, she is a vegetable girl. If y'all have not
That's
seen
good.
the Brussels sprouts video, y'all need to watch it. She's so funny. She had the whole plate gone before I almost finished that video. She's in there just
Okay.
eating.
Okay. You kind of broke up a little bit on that, but I can imagine what you were saying. You were just sitting there eating them, yeah.
Yes, she loves her Brussels sprouts. So I
Okay.
have a video
Yeah.
about that.
Okay. I'll have to go back and watch it. I don't think I've watched all of your videos, so I have to go back and watch some of them.
Now that depends. Fable Fantasy. If it's the cheeses, then we use almond breeze milk, Veal Life vegan cheese, the cream cheese. The cold stuff needs to be refrigerated. Now, club crackers and Ritz crackers don't have any milk in them, so that's shelf stable. The
Okay.
vegetables and vegetables are shelf stable, and it just depends. There's as Enjoy Life as a dairy free chocolate. Um, it's just like any other chocolate is going to melt if it's hot
Mhm.
enough. So, but that is shelf stable. The candy bars we put in the refrigerator because they like to eat them cold.
Okay.
But but there's other things like Hershey's cocoa powder that
Huh?
doesn't have any milk in it, and we use that to
Okay.
make our chocolate and our chocolate cake mixes and chocolate brownies. So
Okay.
you just have to look. Now there are stuff that has is loaded with milk, and what they found out was there's I would say four proteins or four things in milk that you can be allergic to and not know it. Casein, whey are two of them that I know. There's two others. So you could have an intolerance to one and not to three, or be allergic to one and not, or
Uh,
be allergic to two and not the other two, and
hmm.
don't know.
Yeah. Huh.
You know how to
Wait.
know how you feel. Hardware screws and my spine cushion. It vibrates to keep open. They were smashed. Speed limit to hours. Oh my goodness. Saying it was talking about her back, the screws in her
Hmm.
back. Yeah, I've heard people say, "Don't get the surgery, don't do this," and I'm just like. Then I've heard have people say, "Oh, it was the best thing that they ever had done." So, but right now they're not touching my back. They want me to go see about my hip.
Yeah. Good. Good luck. I mean, it'll all work out.
That's right. I was like, the Lord is working it for good, some way, some way or another.
Hmm.
You know, He's working it for good.
Yeah. It always does. You don't see it at the time sometimes, but you'll figure it out. You'll understand it later. So.
Exactly.
We
You know,
we we've been on, yeah, we've been on here an hour. You reckon we need to sign off here in a minute?
it's
This
up
is
to
so
you.
fun. An hour goes faster than what you really think, don't it?
No, it does, especially when you're not paying attention to the time.
I had, I had a little timer that I was going to set, but then I never did set it. But I'm seeing it's getting close to. Well, it's been almost an hour. I think I've got on here a little bit before one, so it's been an hour. It's been a long time for me to be on here. I make them little 30-second videos. Well, I do. I will. Yeah. Before I go, I will show my. I'm gonna show my quilt one time.
Okay.
This is the one that I do want to give away if I ever get enough subscribers.
Oh, you'll get there.
But I hope so.
That is
But
gorgeous.
when I get enough subscribers, then I don't hardly know how I'm going to do it, the giveaway. Someone will have to help me, I guess. Tell me what rules I need to set and all that. But
Yeah, well, they say shipping is a lot with if you're going to ship it overseas or
well,
anything.
I don't want to do that. I want it to
Yeah,
be here. Yeah.
So yeah, you tell them you're 18 or over, U.S. only, and make sure you say this is not from YouTube, it's from you.
You okay?
And then if you go to Gail Southern Living, she has the Fall Fest giveaway 22, and she's really good about helping with doing giveaways and the rules and everything that you need to be in there and everything. So and
Yeah,
there's a you.
I watched that, but I didn't quite understand it all. I don't tell you what, some of this stuff I don't understand, and but I did watch it, but didn't know how I was supposed to sign up or what I was supposed to do.
You're supposed to. You all have to do is email her, tell her that you want to be in it, and then you make a like a 3-minute video saying your channel name. And it's the host is Gail for Gail Southern Living, and then some of the rules, and then you tell about your channel. And if you want someone to have a special word in the comment that they leave down in the comment below, you tell them what that is, and tell them to subscribe to your channel.
Okay. It's you make it sound simple until I start making the videos. Well, it's true. And I halfway stutter some of the time. I'll start to say something, then I'll start it again. But I think it's because the camera's on. But
It's okay. I flub over my words too. And then I laugh because it's like you might just now just laugh.
yeah, I think I laugh a lot at myself most of the time. But
Yes. Yeah, that
wait,
is beautiful. I'm trying to learn how to sew, but I just can't sit there with that sewing machine just yet to because my back
yeah,
just.
I bet it would hurt you back to sit there because mine gets tired after I've sewed some a lot. So I can
Yeah.
just imagine how it would be with yours. I sewed all my life, but then I got where I couldn't see, and I don't know what was wrong with my eyes. I needed new glasses, and I got new glasses, and I just started sewing again because I could finally see.
There you
They
go.
just I would have to pull them off to focus, and that now that I got 03, I guess it was right before this shutdown. I got some glasses I could finally see with, and I would go get glasses, but our doctor wasn't prescribing them right or something because they wasn't working very good. And I thought, oh, it's just me, but it wasn't me. It was more than just that.
Yeah. I know because we did the same thing. It was called American Best. We went there and they, I don't know, the prescriptions just were not right. So we changed to iMart and wow, what a difference. What?
Yeah, it made a big difference. And I said I thought it was me, and I should have done something a long time ago. But I paid for those glasses and couldn't see out of. So,
I know.
oh,
And the
well,
last time I went, I denied I needed bifocals, and the doctor goes, "You need bifocals." I'm like, "Okay." I
yeah,
I still take off my glasses to read up like what it's like
well.
really little. I'm still taking the glasses off.
Before I got this pair, that's what I'd have to do. I'd have to pull them off to see something up close, and then put them on to see off in the distance. But not with these bifocals. I can see. That's when I'm sewing again after all them years. But
Exactly.
the family would laugh at me because I'd pull them off to focus on something close. But um,
They would laugh at me too. They're like, you can't see us. Like, I can. I just can't see with these glasses on because I'd be going like this and
but
then like this and
but
like that.
you'd have to have them to drive because I'm nearsighted, so I'd have to see to drive down the road.
Yeah.
um,
Oh goodness.
all right, I better say goodbye.
All
I
right.
guess we've had our party, and it's been fun. I thank you for coming and being with me.
You're welcome. Anytime you want to do it, just let me know.
Well, I want to every once in a while. I don't. And this is in the afternoon like this is kind of more of the downtime. Terry can go do something else, and I can just kind of do it. And at night, I don't want to, and a lot of people do them at night, so that's just not my time. So,
Yeah,
and because I
definitely.
wouldn't want to interfere with anybody else's, but so we just do our afternoon times.
Exactly. Here she is.
Hi.
I say you. We're fixing to go, so you can go play with Grandma. What are you and Grandma gonna play? You gonna go play something? No.
We are.
Yeah,
Okay.
make her play Pokemon with you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Or go cook something. Go cook something good.
We'll do that this weekend.
Alright. I'm gonna sign off. I appreciate everybody that came. Everybody that might be still here.
Oh,
We still have 10 maybe.
96, Fable, Francis. I think it's Michelle. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Sandra, Kim.
Okay. We had a few then.
There
All
we go.
right.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Anastasia.
Bye.
See you next time.
See you next
I'm
time.
bye.